Hi, my name is Kristina Ray, and a year ago today, I was asleep in my recliner at my old house because I had just had a mommy makeover, which included a full tummy tuck and a breast lift as well as implants. I had searched YouTube as well as Google and everything else in the world before I had done my surgery, trying to find people that were honest and forthright about their surgeries, people that would tell you a little bit about their history, and it was really hard to find. So I wanted to post this video as my 1-year anniversary post-op. A little background on me. First of all, I'm a mom. I've had 4 children naturally. I have 1 that I'm in the process of adopting, so I'm a mom of 5. My oldest child is 8 years old. I grew up super heavy. I was raised on a lot of carbohydrates, and when I was a teenager, I remember 6th grade, I was like a size 11 or a 13, and I just didn't know anything about self-control. I grew up hating my body. I never wanted to be in a bathing suit around anybody. I skipped high school proms and dances because I did not want to be in a dress size 16, 18. I was always heavy busted. I was about a double D cup by 9th grade, but I was also in a size 14 in the 9th grade. I was not crazy active, but I did do cheerleading. I was not a runner. I was not a sports girl. That's just so not me. But I did need some kind of real rude awakening before I was going to change my life around and get healthy. And you know what? For me, it was never about health. For me, it was about vanity. There were girls in high school, especially on my cheerleading squad, and I'm going to name some of them just so that they know that they were always like my idol. Natalie Blackmore was one of them for sure. I would look at these girls on my cheerleading squad. Mandy is another one. I look at him, I'd be like, God, if I could only have, you know, her body, or if I was that skinny, or, you know, whatever. All of my friends, for the most part, were pretty thin, and they would come over and they'd be in their bikinis in my pool in my backyard, and of course I'd be in a one-piece or a tankini. So when I got married, the first time I was 17, my wedding dress was an 18W. That sucked. No, I was not pregnant. It was a couple months after that, but I wasn't on my wedding day. I was heavy. And then I started having, you know, tons of kids. That definitely didn't help anything. When I got pregnant with my first child, my start weight was 193 pounds. So getting pregnant, obviously I didn't gain too much with my first 2 babies. I gained 4 pounds with my first one, 13 with my second, 26 with my third, and 47 with my fourth. Well, after I had my 3rd child, I had to go shopping and buy new clothes. And like the first 2, I could pretty much fit into my same clothes after I had them, but the 3rd one I couldn't. And I went to Old Navy and I had to get extra large with elastic pants clothes. And that to me was just like, I can't believe I'm freaking wearing this. I still looked pregnant. He was 3 months old, and it tore me up. So I knew that I had to do something. My sister-in-law at the time had been on the Medifast program. She had already lost a bunch of weight, and she really inspired me to want to try it. She told me I wouldn't be interested in it. It was something that I wouldn't want to do. She was right at first, and then after I watched her keep losing, I was like, whatever, if you can do this, I can do this. So I got on the Medifast program. I lost almost 60 pounds in my first 5 months, and then I fainted on my bathroom floor one morning, and I was pregnant and had no idea. So then I go and I gain 47 pounds in my pregnancy. I get done having him. The first thing I want to do is lose my weight again. So I get back on program. It wasn't working. That was because I hadn't given my body enough time to heal. I had had a full hysterectomy, and along with my 4th cesarean, my son was sent straight to the NICU, a ton of stress and all of that. You know, I had to wait is what it ended up being. I waited 6 weeks until I got back on program. I got back on program. I was sitting right at about 216 pounds. I went from that 216 down to my goal weight, 150, by October the 12th of that year. That was June 1st, I want to say, June 1st to like October, I think is what it was. It may have been July 1st. But regardless. So all in all, I lost 95 pounds in a little less than 8 months. If you count baby weight, it was like 130 pounds. It was a lot of weight. I got done losing my weight, and I had a ton of extra skin. Now, I attribute a lot of it to the fact that I had cesareans. I had that pouch that doesn't ever go away. Even if you lose weight or whatever, it just kind of hangs. That's gross. The kangaroo pouch, some people call it. and it wasn't going anywhere. And I had kind of known that I was going to need a tummy tuck because of that, so I looked into it, started researching, and that's when I couldn't find anything. I found pictures. I found realself.com, which is a website I love. You know, get on there and you watch people transform their bodies, and it's just amazing. But another one of my problems was the fact that, you know, the girls weren't sitting up anywhere near where they should have, which I'm gonna be honest with you. I never had good boobs. I didn't. I mean, I had humongous areolas and I had saggy boobs from the time I started growing in. So I never really liked them. Yeah, they were big, but they were saggy, so who cares? So I knew that I was gonna need some work done there. Well, as soon as I got done losing all of my weight, the biggest they had ever gotten naturally was when I was pregnant with my son Landon. They were a 40G, which was huge. I knew after I had gotten done losing my weight, they were down to a 34 double D, but I'm telling you, that was like the bra was picking them up. I knew that something had to happen because I was just so miserable. I'd turn around and bend over sideways and you could just see like boobs. They were just awful, awful. I was not happy with myself. I in fact remember saying to my parents and some friends of mine at a barbecue, I think it was right after I had my son, you know, if it wasn't for my kids, I'd probably just off myself. I hate my body. I hate the way I look. I have to do this for me. And I was talking about my plastic surgery. And I knew that I was going to get judged for it. And I knew that people were going to start calling me Barbie or plastic or whatever. And you know what? You might not think that those comments are hurtful, but they are. Facts are, if I wouldn't have had my tummy tuck, I'd never be able to wear a bathing suit because my skin roll was so far down hanging that in a bathing suit, you could see it and it would push out so far that you could see what your mama gave you, okay? My boobs were so awful that it looked like dried up raisins sitting in a bathing suit top. It just wasn't gonna happen. So you know what I said? I was 25 years old. I did not have a uterus. I was not able to have any more kids. I said, you know what? I worked my butt off and lost almost 100 pounds. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it for me. So, first of all, we were broke. We were living off of my husband's disability at the time. I was like, how in the hell am I going to afford this? I had no idea. So I composed a kids, basically after school program, which helped me pay for my surgeries. I found a good doctor, a great doctor, Dr. Keller. He is in Greer, South Carolina at Upstate Plastic Surgery. All the doctors in that practice are awesome, but he's my favorite because he did my surgery. And, you know, I booked it and I was not about to let myself out of it. So every little bit of money I got, I put in an envelope in my underwear drawer and I was like, this is going towards my surgery. No ifs, ands, or buts. It has to. I have to do this for me. And I did it. December 17th of 2012, I had my mommy makeover after losing almost 100 pounds. And it changed my life. I love shopping now. I love trying on clothes. I love walking down the street. I love, you know, feeling confident in my own skin. And some people are going to be like, well, that's not your own skin because you're plastic. Okay, this might be. Get over it. I like them. Okay, get off me. As far as my stomach's concerned, people have made stupid comments like, oh, that's how she lost all her weight. She had a tummy tuck. Okay, dummy, you can totally go check with my nurse, Chris, that they didn't take but about 2 pounds worth of skin off when they took it. So, so much for that other 93 pounds and all. Just saying. It was the most rewarding experience I could ever tell you. Some of the biggest things that I had a problem with was trying to figure out exactly what size I wanted to go for as far as CCs and all of that with my implants were concerned, what profile. I'd done too much research, had too many questions. I walked in my doctor's office with a list and he looked at me. He goes, God, why am I here? You look like the doctor. So I have a bunch more videos I could make on this, but as of today, I just want to say that this is the same week that 1 year ago I had my mommy makeover after losing almost 100 pounds. It changed my life. I did not think that I could ever afford something like that, nor did I think that I could ever reach a goal like that, but I did. If there's a will, there's a way, and I found my way. I would absolutely love to give you any kind of advice or help that you want as far as weight loss and mommy makeovers are concerned. If you have questions about my scars, if you have questions about my previous body, my before and after pictures, I'll send them to you. I am not bashful. I can answer any of those questions that you want. Yeah, my scar for my tummy tuck is huge. It's hip to hip. I actually had to go and have it redone. I had to have it done twice. He is just a perfectionist, and there was a little bitty line in my stomach, and he was not having it. So he put me back under the knife in April of 2013 and did a modified tummy tuck is basically what he did. He didn't touch the muscles or anything, but he took more skin and tightened it up more and all of that. My name's Kristina Ray. I lost 95 pounds in a little less than 8 months and a year ago. This week I had a mommy makeover with Dr. Keller in Greer, South Carolina. It absolutely changed my life. I would never think about doing, anything like that before this, and it just, it made me who I am today. I have a ton more videos on YouTube. I absolutely love it if you just scroll through them and watch whatever suits your fancy. If you have questions for me, you can email me at coachmekristina@gmail.com, or you can go on my website to find me, which is coachmekristina.com. It's Kristina with a K. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.